Okay, it's Relax and Paint today, and I'm going to do a watercolor design that's made really easy watercolor effects with floating medium. And so I'm going to put out some floating medium, and this is folk art floating medium that I use with my multi-surface paint. And I'm going to use some pretty colors like magenta and yellows. I'm going to use some daffodil yellow. And what other colors I want to use? So I have some teal and white, wicker white. And let's get a little bit of a limey citrus. Okay, this is actually lime green instead of citrus. All right, it's bright. And then I want some purple. So I want you to see those colors I've got so far. Yeah, and we need white and teal and then purple. So let's just use some perfect purple. That'll work. And I don't know if I've ever showed you, you can take scissors like that and open the seal that's holding the lid shut. Just a little tip for the morning. All right. So, all right. Now, what I'm going to do is show you a couple of things that make it look watercolor. And it's not true watercolor because it doesn't re-wet. All right. But I want to show you that if I coat the canvas, and I got 11 by 14, I'm actually using the canvas today, even though all of our paint can be on a canvas. I just want you to know I love this feeling. I also can tell you to get a spray bottle that mist doesn't do a straight jet your piece. And so I want to go to the overhead and let's start painting. Okay. Thank you so much for being with me today. I love sharing each week something that I think that you will love to paint, especially if it's something I like to paint. All right. So a couple of things that are nice is instead of water, we can coat some of this floating medium, which is the fluff that's in paint with no pigment. How did I get yellow over there? Okay, and I can add some water a little bit later, but let's see if the medium does what we want. So I'm putting a heavy amount of medium on there. And the first thing I would do is I do have some paints I was using right before I came on, which has a little bit of teal. And so let's do a little bit of citrus first. Okay, and it can have a teeny bit of purple, so it looks like a little muddy. All right, so I'm going to just come in here and I can bring this color down into here too, where some of the flowers are going to be. All right, a little bit over here. Okay, and then I can go off the side, all the way off the side. All right, and this does too, just a little bit. I'm going to wipe that off and just take a little bit of the teal. All right. And right in here, so see, we're just going to keep going like this. And I can come in with a teeny bit of Prussian. How about some Prussian blue? And so Prussian's in here and then some purple. This is perfect purple. You liking that color so far? A little bit of dark green. This is teal. Okay, all of that so far is the underneath that is going to look really pretty when we start painting the flowers on it, right? Now I do want some areas that are pure white. So you see here. Okay, and I'm just taking it off the edge. A little bit of teal. Do some of the edge. Okay, and leave some white. Okay. So this is kind of like an abstract background, but let me show you what happens. If I come in here and I'm way high, way high. And I put some water, higher, more water up there on the edges. Okay. And now that's going to blur it a little bit, but it's also going to make it drip. Okay, so then I'm going to take my blow dryer. Now, floating medium, then I put spritz water. Okay, I am going to take my paper towel and I can go around the edges some. All right, and just wipe this off. This is my silicone mat. You will love painting on this because you're going to be even on your dining room table and not worry about it messing up anything. And it cleans off really good. I just take a sponge and wipe it off with even a little bit of kitchen spray. All right, so now what I can do is I can tap a little bit, but I don't want to tap too much. But it does give you a little bit of a pattern. Okay, so I think you'll really like this look when it's all done. The thing I want to do now is we're going to start adding some of the flowers. So I'm going to use my 16 flat. And the first ones I want to do is a little bit of purple and white. And this is the perfect purple. Can you see over here? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to come right up here. And it's okay if it's wet because what's going to happen is it will blur just a little bit like we wanted it to, like a watercolor. All right. And then I'm going to turn the brush. That was the white coming down, and this is a 16. So over here, I'm going to now put the white up kind of. Okay. And I'm getting a little bit more purple. I can get some pink and purple. See, the white's making a few petals. What I love about this is a very quick and easy. So I think you're going to like that part of it. So I'm putting some blue in here. All right. Now, I don't know if you can see, but there's pure white up there. All right. Then I can come in here. Oops, I've used all my paper towel up. Wait a minute. All right, I'm going to lay my brush on the paper towel. And then I'm going to pick up the magenta with some white. I don't need medium right now. I am going to get a little bit of yellow here first and white. Okay, so way over here, I need some more white. All right, and then I'm going to pick up more pink as I go, and maybe not so much yellow. So put some pink all in here. A little bit more pink. A little bit further. I'm going to leave room in here for some centers. All right. Right. So I want this to be a little bit more defined. So if I put some white, so some of this will look like a little bit of paint rather than watercolor. All right, just a little bit more. All right. So now I'm going to do kind of another one of these, but I'm going to come in with more yellow. Okay, so where it's going to go is it's right in here. So a little bit of citrus and yellow. See how that's coming in there? A lot more white. So that looks really good, even though it's not perfect on this watercolor background. And then I'm just going to add some pink in here. See, I'm going to add some pink on top of that. Okay. All right, a little bit more. And I'm going to come down here, but look how nice it looks against the background. We have some little bit of purple in here, this area. Purple and some blues. There, just underneath. Same thing happens here, some Prussian blue and purple. A little bit more Prussian, see that? There we go. All right, so we want some of these to kind of just stand out. And I don't know, this purple's up here with some deep blues. Okay. Now, in this area is some, I don't know what color it is, but you know what? We can make it a little bit brighter. Teal. All right, so a little bit of that teal there. And then we can come in here with some little branches. All right, that gives it a little bit of stems down here. And then, so I'm going to get citrus and teal with a touch of blue, Prussian. All right, so look what happens. I'm going to grab some white too on the citrus. So I'm going to come right in here. 1, 2, keep coming over here and picking up paint. 3, oops, look at this, 3. We're going to keep going out here. All right, so that's the kind of leaf that was with this. And then I came in with citrus and teal and white. And I did some little guys back here. A little bit more white. See that? All right, so then if I just put a little bit of citrus, and I've got the 16 the whole time here, guys. All right, so I'm going to pull a stem right here in the middle. I'm going to get a little bit more teal because it doesn't show well. And I'm going to come right in here with some little bits of green. You'll see that just a little bit. See little bits here and there. It's just a fun little watercolor effect. It's not actually perfectly what you would see with watercolor, but it gives you a kind of a nice little. Now up here, I'm just going to go push down, and it's going to be like commas coming towards you. All right, and those go out that way. See those? That kind of fun. So the last thing I'm putting there, see all the pretty pinks and all? I'm liking that. I hope you guys do. It just looks fun to me. Let's do a little bit of a filbert and put a pink right in here. A little bit of pink and white. Okay, so isn't that kind of dreamy and fun? And it gives you that watercolor look, even though it's not true watercolor, but it can be our watercolor, right? So I'm going to make it inky, water inky, not floating medium. And I'm going to sign with my 2 script liner. And I have all downward strokes. And there we go. So I can't wait for y'all to see this picture. Oh, there it is. It's a little better there. Isn't that kind of fun? Okay. I want to see your version of it. Okay. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.